Good morning, it's Ruby, and today I'm going to start a week of mornings video. I've done one of these before. It's a bit like a morning routine, but I will show you my morning routine every day for a week. So it's currently 6:30, I've just woken up and I'm going to go and have a cold shower, which I like to have first thing. Honestly, a cold shower is just the best way to wake yourself up. This is the main thing I use for skincare. It's the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid, and I try to put this on every morning and every evening. It's the only thing I use where I really notice a difference in my skin. Next, I'm going to use the Sun Balm Sun Cream. Next, of course, I made my bed because you can't start the day without making your bed. I'm just going to add some brown sugar and some almond milk. And then I add a pinch of smoked sea salt. I've got my breakfast tray. I love to put together a little tray for breakfast because it makes breakfast feel more special. I also love to put on a record. So I read the first few pages of this last night, The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot, and it's glorious. Oh my gosh, I cannot say how much I love it. I think this is on track to be in my top 50 books of all time. Top 50 makes it sound like... I know it's funny because top 50 is a massive, massive deal in my eyes because I've read some amazing books, and so to say that something's going to make it into the top 50 is really saying something. Also, when you say top 50, it makes it sound like it's not a favourite book, when I would say top 50 is like a massive compliment. Okay, I'm gonna read some. Okay, I've read 35 pages and I'm now going to go outside and go on a very short walk because I love starting my morning with fresh air. Wow, it's such a lovely morning and the air is so fresh. Oh my gosh, it's not early really anymore, it's like 8:30, but it's early enough to still have the smell of morning and the grass is still covered in dew. And listen to the birds. Can you believe how loud they are? I can't resist going on a very short walk. It's only going to be like 20 minutes, but it's just nice to move and to get some fresh air, and I honestly always end up having a better day and feel happiest when I've spent that time outside walking in the very early morning. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. Spring is just gorgeous. It's now time to do some writing, but I'm going to do it downstairs. It's just a bit too bright in my room at the moment. Good problem to have. Then the first main task I do most mornings is write. So at the moment I'm working on a new writing project. I'm working on a children's book and I just am adoring writing this, and I'm just very excited about this as a project, if that makes sense. The only exception to where I wouldn't write in the morning is either I'm in a rush for something and I just don't have time, or alternately, if I wake up not feeling creative, then I will just push it back a couple of hours and maybe do something like editing or emails instead. I'm doing a 2.5 hour writing session and I've done 2 hours so far. And I've been able to tick off 3 things now from the writing list in here. I can also tick those. The next thing I'm going to do though is write an Agatha letter or Substack and take a break from this because I haven't written one for quite a while and I really want to get back into the habit of doing them. Okay, I've just posted a new Agatha Armitage. This is about the Shoemaker's Elves. Oh my gosh, I just love, look how cute this illustration is that Chris Riddell did. There's always a link to Agatha Armitage in the description box if you want to read. And I'm now going to write a new one. This is my first draft and I will do an edit of it tomorrow. I'm also going to end today's morning vlog here and I will see you tomorrow with my morning routine then. My voice is very hoarse this morning. I also woke up mentally not feeling the best. Not bad, but just a little bit anxious, which does happen. So I'm gonna go and have a cold shower now. Lola! I'm loving this book so much. I've actually never read any George Eliot before, but Mill on the Floss has been the one that I've been most wanting to read. Middlemarch is probably her most famous, but just based on the blurb, I knew I would love Mill on the Floss, and I just kept on putting it off, but it definitely feels like a spring book, and it is a spring book. I slightly regret getting the edition I did though, because the paper is like Bible paper. It's very thin, and I personally don't love very thin paper. I prefer paper with a bit more substance. There are no bowls, so I'm just going to bring the whole thing down. How cute are they? I'm now just going to go on a short walk, like 20 minutes long, which is what I try to do every morning because there's something about getting fresh air first thing which completely changes my mindset for the day. And as I say, I've woken up in a slightly strange mood. Maybe once every fortnight I will wake up feeling just on edge and a bit stressed, and I never know why. There's not a reason today why I feel stressed, but it becomes especially important then to do those steps and do those things which I know put my head in a very good space. So for example, this morning I had a cold shower, which always makes me feel better. I'm going on a walk. I read for a long time downstairs, and I'm going to do a meditation when I get back as well. I don't particularly love sunny weather, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty today. Gosh, how pretty are they? I'm now just going to sit outside here by all the plant pots and do a meditation.
Begin by taking a big, deep breath, noticing how the body expands as it fills with air.
It can be tempting to go on social media when you wake up stressed because it's an easy way to get dopamine, but I always find that doing a meditation is a way to kind of slightly snap out of that mindset, and it has been found that 5 minutes of headspace a day can reduce stress. I chose a quick 4-minute meditation on the app. There are so many different types to choose from. You always feel just so clear-headed after doing a meditation, and I sometimes forget just how good you feel afterwards. Like, I always feel resistance before doing a meditation because I'm like, it's not actually going to help, it's not going to do anything, and then it always does something. Headspace is very kindly giving 60 days completely for free if you want to try it out, if you want to do some meditations, and there's a link to that in the description box. Honestly, bluebells are my favourite flowers and it makes me so sad they last for such little time. But when they do come out, oh my gosh, just look at their colour. Okay, I've got a mug of green tea and I'm now just going to... Where did the envelope for that go? I need to address this letter and then I will send it when I go to the post office today. Where are we off to?
Auntie Lee's.
We're going for a birthday walk, not our birthdays, though.
Sorry. You're in a circle.
Hello, Bunty. Now, of course, because it was raining, I couldn't resist going on a very quick walk, just to feel the rain. I have a rule to always go outside when it rains. It's so nice and rainy today. This is my favourite kind of weather. I love like really drizzly days, which then have the occasional bout of downpour. The best, and especially in April, like these are proper April showers. So I'm nearly finished with The Mill on the Floss, which I'm loving. I will not stop talking about this book. My sister was saying to me yesterday, she was like, all you can talk about at the moment is this book. And she's quite right, because it's excellent. It's the story of two siblings, Tom and Maggie, and they are so incredibly different. There's a 4-year age gap between them, and the first half of the book is them as children. And, you know, Maggie is really, kind of leads with emotion, I guess, but she's very tenacious. Then Tom is quite steadfast and maybe a bit more sensible, but also very loyal, and like, I don't know, they kind of, the way that they interact in the world is very, very different, and so their interactions are fascinating, and because like they are coming from two very different spaces and mindsets. And then the second half is them as adults, and the book kind of shows the loss of childhood, but in a really powerful way. I really love narratives about that, like transition from childhood to adulthood, and Mill on the Floss does it in such, like, it's very jarring and it's very sad, it's very emotional, and yeah, I would highly recommend this. Suddenly it's all sunny. Look how much that tree has bloomed. That happened so quickly. I'm now just going to go on a short walk as per usual. Can't open it. So I'm just gonna throw the feed over instead. I really can't open that. I don't know what's happened to it. Oh, I feel bad. Like this. Usually I try and go for a short walk, so I'll go on like a 20 or 30-minute walk in the morning. However, I've got to catch a bus in 30 minutes because I'm meeting up with a friend, and so if I go on a walk, I might end up being late for that bus. So I'm not going to do it this morning, but I did at least want to come outside. I went out to see the chickens quickly once more before I left, and then I positively ran for this bus, which I just about made. And since I hadn't had time to do any writing this morning at home, I just did some writing as I was waiting for the train and then when I was on the train, and then this is me in the cafe waiting for my friend. By this point, you definitely know the drill. I made my bed and then I went and said hello to Lola. Lovely Lola. I just love saying hello to Lola in the morning, and she was so intrigued by the camera. And I usually have avocado toast for breakfast, but the last 2 days I was really craving yogurt. Today I'm going to listen to my favourite album at the moment, which is Vashti Bunyan's Just Another Diamond Day. I have been listening to this on repeat since November. And I recently bought the vinyl record so that I could listen to it in the mornings. Take off the Kate Bush from yesterday. I love this book so much. In fact, I started this book 3 years ago and left 50 pages because I was enjoying it so much, and so I didn't want to finish it. It's about the routines of like writers and artists and creatives, and it kind of just, they're very short chapters which tell you their routines and kind of use like interviews and things that they've done in the past. And it's so interesting, and I didn't want to finish it, and so the book is sat there with like 70 pages left for 3 years, and I've now just decided to read it, and I'm enjoying it so much, and I've got 20 pages left, which makes me really sad. Okay, now I'm going to write my to-do list and do some writing of my own. What are you gonna do, Lola? And I must say that today's writing session was particularly significant because I finished the second draft of my book. I can't believe I've actually finished it. And it's Easter, so we're going to put together an Easter egg hunt for my cousin's little boy. My mum just snuck in to give me these chocolates. I haven't tried any of these before. I've just finished the second draft of this new book and feeling, really happy with it. It's so much fun to write, and I'm gonna have one of these because it is Easter. I'm excited to try it. I love hip chocolates. Oh wow, they're really interesting. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do love sharing morning routines, and I have shared so many on my channel over the years, but still every week people request for me to do another one. Just another reminder as well, you can try Headspace completely for free for 60 days. Like, they're giving away 60 days to anyone who watches this video. And so if you do want to try incorporating meditation, mindfulness into your daily routine, then there is a link in the description box which will give you that 60 days for free. So thank you so much again, and I hope you have more than just a productive week.